Thank you, Mel, and thank you, Jackie. It was great to hear what's going on. I love hearing Jackie's passion for serving on team, and I hope that rubs off on some of you guys today. Um, if for no other reason, to carry it out of here with you to maybe get some other people interested. And I always get excited to hear Mel talk about the ministry hub because we have such great plans for that space. So we're really looking forward to that. So before I do anything else, I want to recognize the men and women who work alongside with me, work alongside me in kind of directing this ministry with God's guidance, and that is the board of directors. So all of them except for one are here today. So if you wouldn't mind standing for just a moment so people can see who you are. All of you together. I wasn't gonna. So we have one director who is in Georgia, Debbie Stewart, and she she's actually watching online. We're live streaming this, and we finally got it going. Thank God. So if all goes well, we'll be able to watch it after the fact on YouTube. We're really coming up in the world. So, not to start off on a negative note, but we lost a member of our family this year. One of our board of directors, or one of the members of the board of directors, Tom Marenick, passed away in January. He had been sick actually while we were on a mission team, and then he succumbed to his illness. And if I remember correctly, he was 69 years old. So please keep his wife Linda in your prayers because I know she still is grieving him very much. So Roberto sent me a message this morning. This morning. Many of you may remember that he's been to a couple of these banquets. He really would have loved to have been here again this year. But with Danielle coming on October 22nd, it just didn't quite work. So he said maybe next year he and Danielle might come. So speaking of board members, I wanted to offer the opportunity that we're always looking for need to do in this ministry as in general is to get more young blood in the ministry. Nothing against myself and the team that we're working with, but our days are numbered. And it's just life, Mel. Anyway, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. Anyway. And Ricardo would probably appreciate working with some younger guys and gals anyway. So just think about that. One of the ways that we get new supporters and new board members and new people just in general to participate and support our ministry is through mission teams, which is one of the reasons I'm so excited about what both Jackie and Mel had to share, because one of the last several years, mission feedbacks that we get or we have gotten from people is negative feedback on the location where we stay. And we can't help but think that if we have better lodging facilities, that maybe more people would be inclined to come. So it's not a perfect solution to everything, but I think that will help us to get new people to come serve on team. I have a suspicion that many of you in this room have served on a team or are close to someone who has served on a team or have supported someone or a church who has sent a team. And the fact that so many of you are in that position just points to the fact that that is how the ministry gets a lot of its support. That's how we get people interested in what we're doing and knowledgeable about what we're doing. So we ask that you would consider that as we continue in this afternoon. Consider that as you go back to your churches and to your circle of influence, as you find people who might be interested in what we're doing. Share a link to our website or share a newsletter with them or something like that, and answer their questions. Tell them, invite them to come down on a mission trip. Have them give us a call, anything. So I wanted to share with you one of the things we're doing in the DR with the DR organization, and that is the board of directors and I made a decision to change the name of the ministry in the Dominican Republic. It's really a separate non-governmental organization, NGO, in the Dominican Republic that is certified by the Dominican Republic, that is separate from the least of these ministries here in the United States. When they created the organization down there, they chose a Spanish name that roughly translates to least of these ministries, but not exactly. Hope, and ultimately we're sharing hope of a life in Christ with these people. The food gets us in front of them. So the name we came up with in consultation with Ricardo and his team is Ministerio Cristiano Amor y Esperanza, which means Christian Ministry of Love and Hope. So we're in the process of going through the legal iterations of getting that name changed. It will not affect what we're doing. It will not affect anything what we're doing in the United States in terms of our registration here. We're still going to be the least of these ministries. One thing, an unforeseen impact to the name change is late last year we had put out an appeal to raise some money for a new vehicle for the ministry. And thank God and thank all of you, we were able to raise $17,000 toward purchasing a new vehicle, and we're really ready to do that. However, now we're in the middle of changing the name, and it's been delayed, and Ricardo tells us it's because of staffing in the government and blah, blah, blah. It's been in the government's hands now for, like 6 or 7 months probably, and we're just waiting for them to finalize it. And you pay then to transfer everything into the new organization. So for any of you who may have donated to that appeal, we wanted to let you know the money is there, and we are still going to use it for that purpose as soon as we get the approval from the government for this new organization. So another new thing we have going on is, and we haven't finalized the plans with it, but be watching your newsletters and Facebook and things for information on a pastor sponsorship program. One of the things, many of you who have been there will probably recognize this, but one of the issues that we have learned in meeting with the pastors of the churches that we work with is that in several of the churches, the pastor has to work full time in order to make money for his family expenses. And typically those pastors then don't have a lot of time to spend with their church. They pretty much are just able to meet with the church on Sunday morning, give a sermon, and that is all. Now, a couple of those churches have a very healthy and vibrant group of volunteers in the church who do carry on things during the week without the pastor's help. But many of the others end up where they're only meeting on Sunday mornings, and that's pretty much everything about the church. We believe that by providing some of these pastors some financial assistance so that they don't have to work full time outside the church would allow them to focus their efforts on evangelism and discipleship in their communities and in their churches. So we're still ironing out the details of that, but like I said, keep posted and we'll be sending out information on that.